and grew rich. You could say he slept his way to a great fortune. I realize this is punctuating his work style in an unusual manner, but it is more plausible an explanation than asserting he never slept. Sleeping, or napping if you like, was central to his capacity to invent numerous devices that changed the world. Yet we imagine him and other moguls as insomniacs. My argument is that the poorest people on the planet are the most sleep-deprived. They are also among the nuttiest, the least stable, and the least healthy. If you want to be happy, productive, and rich, or at least feel like it most of the time, get a good night's sleep. And if that doesn't do it, sleep some more. If someone brings you a wonderful-sounding business proposition or a magnificent offer of any kind, what is the best advice you can hear? Sleep on it. We are told this is sage advice because letting a sizzling offer cool off for 24 hours is a good way of not getting hustled. We show down the transaction, and if we're being conned, the miscreant might slip into the night. And we might realize things that sound too good to be true are often just that. People have saved, which is to say they have made, billions of dollars by following this advice. Sleeping on something engages our unconscious, and this is why it is so valuable to permit a cooling-off period. If we have nightmares or just a fitful reaction to the offer that prevents us from sleeping, this could be an authentic danger message from our inner self. We could be tapping a source inside ourselves that is alert to tiny nuances that our conscious being wasn't aware of when we were awake. I took my happy-go-lucky Doberman Pinscher to a real estate transaction I was doing. Meeting me at the property was my buyer and his building contractor. The buyer made a verbal offer that was less than half what I was asking. Blue, my dog, growled when he heard it. "Is he growling at me?" the suddenly flustered buyer asked. Blue never growled. He didn't bite either. He was a wonderful dog, bereft of gifts other than affection. But on that occasion, he picked up on something I had missed entirely. The buyer was a sleaze, someone to avoid doing business with. We have our own inner blues. These are the signals sent from our sleeping state to our conscious beings. They warn us, and they can also make us rich. Einstein had a dream he was riding on a beam of light, and this ignited his interest in relativity theory, which has certainly enriched humanity. His dream and subsequent mining of its meaning made him rich. He died with a fortune of $10 million in today's dollars, was the country's top-paid professor at Princeton, and his heirs continue to earn a reported $12 million from his name, image, and publications. Another inventive fellow who slept and grew rich. These bright luminaries, Edison and Einstein, had to recharge their batteries to accomplish what they did when the sun came up. They are given credit for the results, but not for the precursory and necessary antecedent: sleeping. The sleep-deprived are among the poorest, unhealthiest, and most dangerous people on Earth. What we know about sleep poverty is simply astonishing. Highway deaths are caused by drowsy drivers more often than by drunk and drugged drivers. This is especially a problem for long-distance truckers and professional roadsters of various types, like cabbies. The sleep-deprived live shorter, more diseased lives than folks that get the proper amount. Research done by the University of California at Berkeley shows there may be a causal link between getting less sleep and the onset of Alzheimer's disease. We downplay the importance of the typical symptoms of sleepyheads. Irritability, slowness of thought, and physical reflexes are just a few. Coffee is the second most widely traded commodity in the world. Its increasing usage is responsible for impaired and reduced sleep, ironically, as it is used to compensate for these problems. Sleep deprivation also makes us fatter. We eat more when we sleep less. When you add up all of the physical and social costs of sleep,